Aloha, dear beings. This is Jose. I'm excited to share again with you some fun energy activation alignment. I missed my session on Monday. It's Wednesday, but there's a Chinese saying that goes like this. When is the best moment to plant a tree? 20 years ago. And the second best time? Right now. So here I am planting the tree of wisdom, planting the tree of galactic activation for you, dear ones. As you know, I love to start the session shaking it off, getting a little bit loose and just relaxing your body. So I want to invite you to do so with me. But this time I'm going to add one more thing. Make sure you take away your shoes, your slippers, your boots, your heels, your ski boots, your snowboard boots, whatever you're wearing. Make sure you're barefoot or with socks on the ground so you can really feel your body and you can really start to massage your body internally. Once you are barefoot or without shoes, just start to shake, shake, shake. Close your eyes and just start to move your body. You will see my hands are super loose. Just loosen up your wrists, loosen up your shoulders. Keep your eyes closed. Make your shoulders go up and down, up and down, up and down. Like you couldn't care less about anything. You're just present and you're just shaking your body. Keep all your attention within your body. If you pay attention, you'll notice that your mind always tries to go somewhere else. To the past, to the future, to what you're going to have for lunch or for dinner. But the only moment that exists is right here, right now. And if you're trying to remember the past or predict the future, you're missing the most valuable thing in the world, which is the present moment. So just keep shaking and feel your body. I know every time I do this, and I've mentioned this in the past, I do it a few times throughout the day so I can see how my body is holding the emotions or not holding the emotions throughout the day. How well have I taken care of my body? Have I stretched? Have I not stretched? Have I worked out? Or have I been sitting on a chair for most of the day? And I know that many of us, since this global COVID-19 happening it was almost a year ago, we've been spending way more time sitting on our chair, just in case we were not already sitting for long periods of time. In school, I remember we would sit for 6 hours or 8 hours a day in a chair, and that killed my back. And then I know some people work in office and they sit on a chair, although some offices are integrating stand-up desks. But now, because we're doing everything through Zoom, which is a blessing in a way because we can access teachers and teachings and gatherings with people all around the world, which is pretty epic. But we're also spending way more time on our feet, on our bum. We're sitting on a chair for long periods of time. So stand up and shake and release your body. Release your shoulders. I don't know about you, but it feels so good to just know that at any given moment I can just let go and relax. So if you've been spending a lot of time sitting or doing some other of work that involves keeping your body in one certain position, when you start shaking, it feels so good. And you can notice where you've been holding tension, where you've been maybe slouching or not holding the best posture and alignment for your being. Just keep shaking. Now bring your hands up. And I always say this is the victory move. Just celebrate the victory. Celebrate the victory that you're watching this, even if it's live or if it's replay, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, victory. If you have kids, if you have a husband, if you have a partner, tell them to join, tell them to go barefoot and start to celebrate the victory. I notice that we're really good at setting goals, or hopefully we are. We're very good at judging ourselves for what we've not done. But what about celebrating the victory? So even if you have never celebrated a victory, take this opportunity to use your arms as a victory stance. You can see even my breath is going up a little bit. So I'm activating actually my cardiovascular system. I'm activating my breath. I'm activating the blood flowing through my body. And the more I work with people, I've been working with for 6 years with people all around the world, all kinds of religions, all kinds of backgrounds. There's a common thread with the people that come to my retreats, to the workshops. We realize at the end of the session or the week or the months that they were asleep. And I can really sympathize with them because I also felt I was leading asleep. So by shaking and making sure that I'm awake, I do it in the morning, I do it at midday, I do it before going to bed. So keep shaking. And another suggestion is, don't think how long we're gonna be doing this. Jose, we've been shaking for a minute or 2 minutes. How long are we gonna? Don't think about it. Just do it. The moment you stop doing it, it's the moment you know you got into the zone. So keep shaking. Keep your eyes closed. Now open your mouth and start allowing the sound ah coming out. Ah. Ah. Continue while I explain you what happens. Continue inhaling through the nose, exhaling. So by doing this, you will notice your heart starts to activate. You will notice that your voice starts to be activated. How many moments throughout the day have you held your breath or your voice from not sharing your truth? So now is the moment to open that channel. If your voice is not heard, if your throat chakra is not active, you won't be able to speak your truth or ask for help when there's the moment to ask for help. So take this opportunity to really clear up your channel, your energy channel, and your frequency channel. Inhaling through the nose, exhale. Keep going, inhaling through the nose, out. Have you ever witnessed how children are very good at doing this? They will just stand and start doing sounds, because they have no inhibitions. They are truly being who they're meant to be. They're really connecting and liberating the energy that has to be liberated. One more time, inhale through the nose, exhale. Now inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. One last time. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, say Stay still. Make sure your knees have a micro bend. Make sure you roll your shoulders up and back. Keep your chest open. Ready. Keep your hands loose. Keep your eyes closed. And observe your body. There is subtle or maybe big changes and difference from before starting the session and now. And it just took us a few minutes to really activate and move the energy within. In Chinese medicine, stagnation is one of the diseases we suffer at moments in our life. That's why when they do cupping or when they do some other washa, like they rub your skin with like normally it would be like a shark bone, but now they use jade or rose quartz. They can see where there's stagnation by the amount of blood that comes up. If it's black, there's lots of stagnation in that tissue. So we're doing the same to the whole body. We are seeing where there's stagnation, we're shaking, we're bringing blood, and now we're staying still, eyes closed. And you feel your body. You feel if there's a balance, maybe you're leaning more to the right, to the left, maybe you're going forward or backward. Find your center. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Now open your eyes. And bring your hands in front of you. We're going to go and activate our energy body. Now that our body is here, now that our mind is present, let's call for support. Let's call for the assistance of all our guides, all our angels, and the light beings that are always with you, waiting for you to ask for support. Not for help. You don't need any help. Support is always good. Repeat after me. I now call my guides, my angels, to come forward and support me throughout the day, through the rest of the week. I hereby acknowledge that I'm in alignment with truth. I'm in alignment with my higher self. I'm in alignment with my purpose and my divine nature. I call the energies of the earth, the energies of the cosmos, the sun, the moon, to bless me with a high ray of frequency, a golden light that will elevate my frequency, my vibration to a higher octave. So it is, so it is, so it is. And as you say these words, dear one, visualize a golden ray coming straight from the heavenly realms, shooting down, entering through the top of your skull, through your head, going down slowly and gently between your eyes, in between your throat, coming down through your chest, coming down through your solar plexus, through your belly, through your lower abdomen, through your lower back, through your sex organs, and shooting down through each leg, connecting you to the core crystal of Mother Earth. You are in vertical alignment now. And as we say these words, you are acknowledging that you are a divine being of light. You acknowledge that you are ready to fulfill your life's missions, your purpose, your dharma. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down. As you say these words, what is happening is you are consciously acknowledging that you are connected to the divine, that you are not God, but God is being expressed through you. And this creates a seal, an agreement between you and those higher forces, those light beings, those masters, those guys that have been with you from the beginning of time. There's moments where we find ourselves in life looking for support, and then we go and pray, and then we go and ask for support from your guides or whatever you believe in. In the end, they're all the same. It's source, manifested in different ways. Every religion, every spiritual path has its own way of interpreting these higher forces, these energies, which, by the way, you are part of it. But you are being manifested in this earthly dimension. So sometimes it feels good to know that there's lighter frequencies coming to support you on this path. But the thing is, I find, and I used to find myself doing the same, only when I was in real need, I would ask for these forces. But the thing is, you can't really tune into their frequency and call for support unless you've practiced enough and you've created that interpersonal relationship with those energies that you fully believe and trust that they are already supporting you. Let me give you an example. At moments, you are running late to the airport and you are like, please, please God, or please, please angels, or whatever you want to call it, support me to get on time. Support me that there's no traffic and this. But as you're saying it, your subconscious mind doesn't really believe in that because you've never said it before. Or maybe you've just said it in moments of chaos and distress. So what happens is that you are saying it, but there's no emotion attached. There's no connection already created. So chances are is that it's not going to happen. And then you're like, God doesn't love me. I'm alone. But that couldn't be further from the truth. The truth is that we are always being offered divine guidance. We are always offered abundance and opportunity and synchronicity. But what most people forget, and I've talked about this in the law of attraction when I've done those videos in the past, is that you first and foremost have to align your vibration, your frequency, into that octave where all of these synchronicities, where all of these miracles are happening. And it doesn't happen just like that. First, you have to believe. First, you have to trust. First, you need to have faith. And how do we get to that point where in any given moment you know you can ask and you are already receiving? By practicing, by not waiting to that moment, to that peak moment, peak experience where you need to ask for help, and then you find that you're so worried about the negative outcome that you can't really elevate your vibration to that of divine guidance. So, an exercise that you can practice for the next week, and please share your comments, let me know how it's going, or if you have any questions, do the same, is start, if you have not done so, a practice of prayer. Every day, 3 times a day, find a comfortable, quiet moment where you don't really need anything, where you're not getting late to anywhere, where you're not losing anything or gaining anything, and create that connection and start asking through prayer. So you might say like, dear Spirit, Great Spirit, dear God, dear Archangel Michael or Metatron or Melchizedek, whatever you believe in. Start your prayer, which is like a conversation, and start by giving thanks. Don't pretend that you can ask without giving, so give thanks. Be very concise and determined in what is that you're asking, and elevate your frequency to an emotion. And how do you do that? Love, gratitude, joy, compassion, kindness are among these elevated emotions that bring your body up, make your heart release oxytocin, which really creates heart and brain coherence. And when you elevate your body, your brain, and your heart, you are able to go into that higher octave where everything is possible at any given time. It will take some time for some might be already doing it. Just do it throughout the day. And what will happen is that the moment or the day that you actually need that extra support in your life, you will be able to enter that state of prayer and elevate your emotions, elevate your vibration, and your prayers will be aligned with the same frequency of those higher octave, those higher dimensional beings that you're calling. And today, this connects to what I wanted to share with you today, which is, have you ever considered that your brain is like an antenna? Your thoughts are the waves, and your heart is the source of this energy. I'm going to say it the other way around. Your heart creates a wave, which is translated by your thoughts, which is amplified by your brain. And this is a really good example to see and to understand why it's so important to know how to tune in your inner frequency to that of your wishes, to that of your desires. It's not enough to want, it's not enough to know that you want certain type of lifestyle, certain type of vision to be manifested. It's important that you tune into that. But we're not sharing this only so you can apply it in the world of manifestation. We're doing this so you can be experiencing at any given moment the life experience that you know you are meant to be living. Because it's constant that I see and witness and hear and people share with me that they are living a life that they're not happy or fulfilled with. And why is that? Is it because God hates that person? Because you have some karma to clean? I don't really believe that. Ram Dass said it beautifully. Karma is your mind. Whatever you want to believe, that's what you start to experience. So I prefer living on dharma and purpose. But to be able to experience that blissful experience that I know we're here to be living, you think creation has put so much energy, so many resources, which we're damaging at times the earth, and we're using so many resources. Imagine how much water, how much food, how much land it requires to support each one of us. To live an existence of pain, suffering, and misery? I don't think so. No way. I am confident through my own experience, through the experience of those people that I've studied, from those people that I hang out with, that we are in this life experience, and listen to this well, to live a life of excitement, of bliss, of singing, of chanting, of ceremony, of abundance. In those moments, you will definitely experience some pains, some headaches, some struggles, some challenges. But what defines that one person lives only challenges, only struggles, only pains and misery, and one experiences some of that, but mostly bliss, excitement, and well-being? It's their inner tuning of their spiritual radio, to call it somehow. This spiritual radio is really not that hard to tune in. And once you know how to do it, you will become a master of tuning in your frequency to align that frequency to that which you want to be aligned with. That's why it's very important that you are very, very mindful of what you're listening, what you're watching, who you're hanging out with. There's this saying that you are the sum of the 5 closest people to your life. And that, every day, it's being more and more confirmed in my life and those that I see around me. If you want to be an entrepreneur, hang out with entrepreneurs. Don't hang out with people that are complaining about not having a job. If you want to hang out, if you want to be a very prosperous artist, hang out with artists. Don't hang out with engineers. You understand? So part of tuning in your frequency and your radius, being in the right environment. And every time you keep consciously changing into the right environment, the universe will be responding to your tuning, to your frequency, by bringing synchronicity, by bringing the right people at the right time with the right words to support you on your path. Your biggest cheerleader is the universe. It wants you to experience mastery, to achieve the biggest goals, your purpose. But for that, you must let go of that which is not in alignment to your true and unique self. How do we achieve that alignment? Remember, throughout the day, stand up straight, roll your shoulders, close your eyes, start shaking, and then stop, connect to your breathing. You can say ah, or you can hum. This is a way of clearing energies so you know what's not yours. It's like, imagine the radio has interference, and you've seen that in the car. There's interference on a walkie-talkie, there's other voices coming in and other programs coming in, and you start shaking and you like start dissolving all those interruptions until you come to your true essence. And then in that silence, you will hear your true self, your higher self, your inner self talking to you, whispering to you what, when, and how. And that is the magic of life. You don't need anything outside of you to know the next step in your life. You don't even need to know the next 3 steps. You just need 1 step at a time. So, as a practice, come into your center, come into alignment, shake, listen to the voice, acknowledge what's been heard and what's been said to you, and then from there, take 1 conscious step, and then the other, and then the other. Remember, take time throughout the day. Mornings is really important, and at the end of the day is really important to tune in the inner frequency of your radio through breath, through meditation, through proper diet, through proper habits, through the proper relationships, through the proper thoughts, through the proper books and audios, to come more and more into your alignment, into your truth, and then at the end do the same. Because if you go to bed after watching a war movie, guess what you're going to be experiencing through your night? And then when you wake up, you're going to wake up rattled. You're going to wake up like a warrior, but not a warrior of light, like somebody that is going through pain and suffering. So whatever you do, make sure you're checking in constantly throughout the day to know what's your frequency, if it needs to be elevated through positive and heightened emotions, and find the right support to keep you going into this path of self-mastery. And this, dear ones, is what I love doing. I take people on journeys of 7 days or 12 weeks, for those that are really committed, into discovering their why, their what, the hows come by themselves, and we create a mastery through proper diet, through proper breathwork, through proper inquiry, journaling, to understand better who we are, why are we here, and what is our Dharma. Lovely to share with you. I can't wait to hear your comments, and write down in the comment below, share it with a friend that might be going through some moments of like, hey, I'm tuning in through my radio through the wrong messages, or not even wrong, through messages that are not in the best intention to yourself. And write me some comments, tell me like what has worked, what is not working, and where will you need some support. Blessings and lots of love. Remember, alignment, breath, and coherence is all you need. Namaste.